Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? It is raining here. Y'all have heard about all the weather we've had in Texas. I know a lot of y'all have had bad weather, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. I know I've been away for a couple of days, and there's good reasons for it, which I'll go into later. But this was day 11 of the Trump trial. I haven't been on talking about it, but Hope Hicks was on the stand today. Her testimony, I wish I'd been able to be there. I wish they had cameras in the courtroom. Wouldn't y'all have loved to see that? It seems that she really does have true affection for the Trump family. She really does. She likes Trump, even though they say they haven't seen each other or spoken to each other in 2 years. She obviously still, has great affection for him, but she does not like Michael Cohen, that's for sure. And he hasn't testified yet, but I'm just wondering if her testimony is going to hurt his, because she said today a few things that on redirect that Cohen told her that he made the payment without Trump's knowledge, out of the goodness of his heart. And she said that wasn't like him, to be charitable, to be selfless. He wasn't that kind of a person. So does that hurt or help him? Because he said he had to say that just for Trump, that he was just, putting up a front for Trump, and he lied to everybody and everything. And that's why he went to jail, for all his lies, for his part in that. And is it true? Was he lying, or is he lying now? What is it? Which is it? So she kind of muddied up his testimony a little bit there. And she also said that he called himself Mr. Fixer and that he fixed things. And she said, yeah, he fixed things that he broke. Not good at all. But she did call him when, the stories came out about Stormy Daniels and the other lady that he had the affair with, the Playboy model. She called Michael Cohen for help. So if he wasn't Mr. Fixer, who the hell was he? She says one thing, but then on the other hand, well, I did call him because I needed his help, so yeah. And then she cried when the attorney brought up the fact that the Trump family had given her these work opportunities, and she started crying. She had to go get off the stand and control herself. So, and they said she didn't even look at Trump in the eye, that their eyes didn't even meet. They didn't even look at each other at all. So I'm just wondering, did she help Donald Trump or did she hurt? Why would the prosecutors call her in if she was going to hurt their case, So is she going to be back on the stand? I haven't watched any news. I read a little bit about it online, but I haven't really been able to sit and watch news because I've had things I've been doing, y'all. I'm going to tell you about them. But it would seem to me that they're going to clean up her story a little bit. So I think she's going to be back on Monday. I'm not sure, but that's my guess. That would seem. So my question for Spirit is, did her testimony today help Donald Trump? So I pulled a few cards because I want to take a look at that. And this is what I came out with, y'all. So the first card that I pulled is the Justice card. The Justice card is all about being fair and truthful and honest. So I definitely think that she was really trying to be truthful and honest, and very fair. And maybe that's just how she perceived Cohen. And I think he's a kind of a rough cookie, you know what I mean? I mean, listen to him talk. He kind of talks like a little mobster. I'm not saying he's a bad guy or a good guy or anything, but just the way that he speaks, he's kind of got a rough edge to him. So I think you got to take the good with the bad. So I believe she was trying to be really honest with her testimony. The next card I pulled was Three of Wands. So in the long run, it looks like she has helped him with her testimony today, because this is the last card I pulled. And this is that, loving support card. So her testimony supported his side of the story, you know, that he wasn't aware that Cohen was paying Stormy Daniels off, that he was not aware of all that. So she kind of shored up his story a little bit. So I think she kind of helped him a little bit today. Now, if she gets back on the stand, hopefully they can repair some of that and ask her the right questions, you know, because maybe they just haven't asked her the right questions. So I hope she's back on the stand on Monday. We'll see. Okay, so the next thing I'm thinking about is, well, did her testimony hurt Michael Cohen? You know, and if you watch news medias, you know, depending on which way they, you know, they are, if they're left or if they're right, they'll say one thing or another. But I'm just going to tell you what Spirit is showing me what happened, okay? So did her testimony hurt Michael Cohen? This is the first card I pulled for that. It's 7 of Wands. So it definitely has put him on the defense, you know? He's going to have to explain his actions and the reason why he told her that. So she kind of opened the door on questioning him about, you know, why he told so many lies and why he told her that lie. So he's definitely got some splaining to do. And of course, we have been hearing Michael Cohen for the last few years explain why he lied for Donald Trump. So he's going to have to explain it in court again. Next card, Seven of Pentacles. You know, I'm telling you, Michael Cohen's got tons of shit on Trump. He's got a lot to say. He's got all this stuff stored up. He's been wanting to testify. He can't wait to testify. He wants to, and he's going to get his chance to do it. Last card I pulled is Queen of Pentacles. Now, what will happen is, and I think he's done this in the past, he's going to take responsibility for all his lying, his part in the scheme, what he did. I mean, he already went to jail for it, y'all. So there's no point in him lying anymore. He's already gotten in trouble for it, you know. The only thing is, was Donald Trump a part of it? So did she hurt his testimony? Yes and no. Yes, she made in the eyes of the jury, she made him look bad, you know. But we already know who he is, you know. We already know that he was the fixer, that he was pretty rough, you know, guy. But and that he's not likable. She didn't like him, and she comes off as a very likable person, and she didn't like Michael Cohen, and she liked Donald Trump. So yeah, that kind of hurt. That kind of, in the eyes of the jury, that did hurt. But you know, stay tuned, because he's going to explain that he has reformed himself. You know, mea culpa. Have you seen his show, Mea Culpa? So he's claimed to have reformed himself. So she's not lying about who he was and how he acted and what he did and what he said to her. So she told the truth, you know, and I think the truth sometimes does hurt. So I do feel like she damaged his testimony a little bit for now, but I think it can get rehabilitated. We'll see what happens. Okay, so what's been going on with me this past week? So I missed a couple of days of videoing. I had planned on it. My birthday was on Wednesday, and I got up so early on Wednesday, you guys. I was planning on making videos and getting all my work done real early. I mean, I took a shower at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was putting on makeup, and I was doing my hair and everything, and my daughter came over really early, and she brought me a sugar-free iced coffee. It was so good. I'll bet it was not good for your diet because it was too delicious. It was just too delicious, and I can't imagine something that delicious being good for you. I won't be going and getting more of them, but it was for a treat. So I had this wonderful iced coffee. It was delicious. And then she stayed till, I think, 12 o'clock. Yeah. I got nothing done. So, and then I had some work I had to do. I had to do some readings that I had promised to do. and do some healing sessions and all that. So I had to do them. So I didn't have time to do a video for you guys and see what was going on. Anyway, Wednesday, the trial wasn't going on, but I've been trying to make it a habit of every day doing a video, put it out. Couldn't do it. I had to go, and my husband wanted to go to Costco, and he said, let's buy a cake for you at Costco. Those cakes are giant, y'all. I would be eating a cake for a week. And I'm like, no, There was a Walmart right next door, and I got a small cake. You know, you can buy like a half cake. I got a little small cake. I said, this is enough for everybody to have a piece, and then the cake is gone. I don't want no cake in this house. I'll have a piece of cake on my birthday, and that's it. Because I don't want to, you know, I love cake. Buttercream frosting, I love it, love it. And it was yummy, it was good, but only good for one piece. So that, you know, I was preoccupied, and then my daughter has gotten sick, so I've been doing mothering. So she's been sick for the last couple of days. That's kind of thrown me off my game, off, you know, doing what I usually do and everything. So taking care of her, and oh, thank y'all for all, there's a lot of people that wished me happy birthday, and I just want to say thank y'all before I forget about it. Thank you everyone that wished me happy birthday. Thank you for the birthday gifts. Thank you for the perfume. You know who you are. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, so she was very sick yesterday. I always keep amoxicillin on hand no matter what, so I started giving her amoxicillin and Tylenol, and went to the store, got her Gatorade, bought a whole bunch of oranges. The only thing she would eat is orange, so I'm just peeling oranges and feeding her oranges. And she's actually doing a little better. But her job says if you're going to miss 3 days of work, you have to have a doctor's excuse. So she's like, can you take me to the doctor today? So today I was going to make videos and everything, get my work done. And she said, you need to take me to the doctor. And I'm like, oh my God. And I told her, why don't you go online? Why don't you do, you know, an online visit? That's a lot better. You won't have to go anywhere. You won't have to, you know. So I found a place. It's called Sesame Care. It's an online doctor's visit. And she was a little bit reluctant at first. And I think it ended up costing her $49. But you can choose a doctor, you can choose a nurse practitioner. They have a few different things that you can charge, and they charge you accordingly. I guess the doctor's visit probably costs a little more than a nurse practitioner. Nurse practitioner is just as good as a doctor when you got the flu. So she had made an appointment for CVS, those mini clinics that they have at CVS, and she didn't know which one she was calling, so she called one that was kind of far away from our house, and it was for 11:30 today. And I said, well, how much are they going to charge you? Well, the appointment, it said they would charge between $99 to $119, I think. And then for a COVID test, a rapid COVID test, rapid, not the long one, rapid COVID test, they want to charge $129. And I said, well, that's just bull. I'll go buy a test from HEB and I'll test you and we'll see if you have COVID. So that's what I did. I got it, you know, and she didn't have COVID, so I'm sure she's got the flu. I said, just do this online. You know you got the flu. Just do it with a nurse practitioner, and that's what she did. And it took a few, maybe 15 minutes. She had it all done in 15 minutes. That nurse practitioner called in 5 different medications. So the medications all together for 5 different ones was $69, and then her visit was like $49. So that was a lot cheaper, and she didn't have to, you know, get out of the house. She didn't have to go and get dressed and drive her car somewhere. If you're sick with, you know, a virus, the flu, you can take a COVID test and you'll know it's not COVID, so you know you got the flu. So they gave her steroids and antihistamines and cough medicine and antibiotic, and she's real nauseated and something for nausea. So she's got like 5 different things. She's going to be okay. She had already started sweating, and she's, you know, I think she's getting rid of it, actually, because she went through the 2 suffering days, and today was the 3rd day, and she's sweating and hot. She was cold, so she probably would have been okay even without going to the doctor, but her work, you know. She's a hairstylist, so she's in people's face. You guys, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, her manager told her there's nobody to close, so you need to go up there and close. Even though she was sick with the flu and she could get everybody sick, she had to go to work. She did 2 people's hair and she closed. And I asked her, did you wear a mask? And my daughter was like, no. And I'm like, you should have wore a mask because you might have got somebody sick. They should have made her wear a mask. If they made her go in, they should have made her wear a mask. But anyway, I just want to tell y'all, if you need an online doctor visit and it's not expensive, go to that Sesame Care. She was so happy that she did that. She goes, oh, that was so much easier than driving across town and going to a doctor's visit, sitting there waiting and being uncomfortable, you know. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. And it's raining, a little bit drizzling here. It looks like pea soup out there. It's not like pouring rain. It's just kind of a little, not even misting, just kind of a fog coming down, you know. I think it rained during the night because when we got up, we could see water all over the deck and everything. But I know there's been a lot of bad weather, a lot of tornadoes just north of us, I think north of Texas, part of Houston, and then where my family lives, they live in the Cleveland area, just north of Houston. They didn't have a tornado, thank goodness. I know a lot of people have experienced tornadoes. There's been 373 tornadoes in the month of April, you guys. It's been a windy month, that's for sure. And a lot of tornadoes and flooding. Now Houston has flooding. There's more rain coming. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, all those states right up there, they're just getting impacted over and over and over. So y'all, my prayers go out to all the people that are in the path of this bad weather. God bless y'all. Please, you know, y'all stay tuned to your weather stations and pay attention to your local weather advisories and stay safe, okay? Y'all, please stay safe. We're doing fine here. Like, it's supposed to rain all weekend, and I think it's going to rain during the week, next week also. Galveston is having flooding. My family's electricity did go out for a while. I think it's back on now, but it was out for a while. My sister works remotely from her home on her computer, so when the electricity's out, she don't got nothing to do. She's not getting paid, she ain't working, so they need to keep that electricity on. Anyway, all right, guys, so that's what I've been doing. Our electricity's on, thank goodness. We haven't had that bad weather. Oh, I'll tell y'all one more thing. I don't think I've been online since this happened. I don't think I've told y'all. If I'm telling you this story again, I'm sorry. My cat, Addie Cat, she was out playing, and it was in the evening. It was getting dark. It was dark because it was like 8:35, 8:40, something like that. And my husband was like, you better get Addie Cat in. So she's always right here at the deck. She'll stay real close by. And I saw her out there sniffing around. And usually she's chasing down some moths and some, little butterflies and stuff that are out there. And I call her, and she hears me. She knows. And she'll come running. But she was just ignoring me. And so I opened the gate to go get her. And I saw her make a beeline across the yard. And then she stopped right by our wheelbarrow on the side of the house here. And I went up right behind her. And usually if she doesn't want to come in, she'll run from me a little bit, She didn't move. She was hunkered down, and she didn't move. And so I bent down and I grabbed her. And when I grabbed her, she didn't fuss or move or nothing. She was just focused. And I picked her up. She had a snake in her mouth. She had a snake in her mouth. It was probably about this long. It was dark now, so I couldn't see, but it wasn't skinny little snake. It was a little bit bigger, had a head on it, and I shook her like, let it go, let the snake go. She was so mad at me. She growled and fussed all the way in the house. She wanted that snake so bad. She was having a great time. She had hunted it. She wanted it. She wanted to kill it. But I just shook her a little bit, and she dropped it, and I ran in with her, and she was like, "Rawr." She was growling and hissing. She was so mad, but oh my gosh. I think it was, I'm sure it was just a grass snake. It definitely didn't have a rattle on it. So. But there's rattlesnakes out here for sure. That's, it's out here in the hill country, so we've got all kinds of snakes out here. But hopefully it was just a garden snake, a rat snake. It was a dark colored snake. I don't know. It was dark outside. I didn't see it. I had sandals on, y'all. I didn't know snakes went out at nighttime. It never occurred to me that a snake would be outside at night. Do snakes come out at night? Wow. I mean, maybe I'm stupid, I guess. I didn't know. I didn't realize it. Now I'm like, you're not going out after dark, lady. No way. I don't think so. You're not playing out after dark in the yard anymore. There's snakes. No. Y'all know we got like 3.5 acres. There's not a house close by. So there's all this wildlife around, I have that video of her. I have it on TikTok. I don't think I've put it up on here. There's a deer. She is like stalking a deer, and the deer nearly trampled her. She's a brave little kitty. She really is. And I don't think she learned her lesson either. If the deer come back in the yard, she'll stalk them again. She's a little hunter. She just loves to hunt. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've been busy. This family, there's always something to do. Somebody getting sick, taking my time, and and at least you're needed, right? So yeah, at least I'm needed. All right, guys, thank y'all for tuning in and listening. I appreciate it. If you would like to get a healing session with me, I love to do the healing sessions. That's what I did for my daughter too. I was doing healing session for her last night, just laying down beside her and doing a healing session for her. And she's actually, like I said, she was sweating. She turned a corner this morning, I'm sure. But she's going to be okay. She really is. If you'd like to get a tarot reading, chakra balancing, or energy cleanse, anything, just let me know. I'll leave my email down below. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I hope y'all are going to do something fun, enjoy your life, reach for the sky. Maybe you'll catch a star and do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. And I'll talk to y'all soon. I have different glasses on today, don't I? Yeah, I do. These are my driving glasses, but I can see pretty well in them. I can't see tiny, tiny print. So you may not have seen me in these glasses before. But anyway, love y'all. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye.